Samsung's Galaxy S25 lineup has arrived, and it offers two incredible flagship options: the sleek, compact S25 and the feature-packed powerhouse of the S25 Ultra. One is built for those who love portability and simplicity, while the other is designed for power users who want it all: big screen, pro cameras, and advanced features. So, which one is right for you? In this video, I'll break down the design, cameras, performance, battery life, and price to help you make the best decision. So let's dive in. Alright, let's talk about the design and build quality, because these two phones bring their own vibe to the table. The S25 is perfect for people who love compact phones. It's small, lightweight, and easy to use with one hand. The phone has a grab-and-go simplicity that feels almost nostalgic, while being thoroughly modern. Moving to the S25 Ultra, yes, it's bigger and slightly heavier, but it's still comfortable to hold. With its generous size, it's perfect for anyone who loves binge-watching movies, gaming, or using that massive screen for multitasking. Now, let's talk about durability, because there's a significant difference here. The S25 uses Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which is already tough, designed to withstand drops on rough surfaces. The S25 Ultra, however, takes it up a notch with Corning Gorilla Armor 2 glass. This stuff is seriously next-level durable, perfect for those of us who've had those heart-stopping moments when our phone has slipped out of our grasp. Plus, with the titanium frame, the Ultra feels pretty solid. So, if you're into a smaller, lightweight phone, then the S25 is no brainer. But if you want something a little more premium with extra durability and that big screen experience, the Ultra is absolutely worth it. Both look and feel fantastic. It really depends on your priorities. Now let's talk about displays, because while both phones have Samsung's incredible AMOLED panels, there are some key differences in the size and resolution that might influence your choice. The S25 has a 6.2-inch flat AMOLED display with a Full HD Plus resolution. Even though it has a lower resolution than the Ultra, the smaller screen size means you're unlikely to notice any difference in sharpness during daily use. Whether you're watching videos, browsing social media, or checking emails, everything looks crisp, vibrant, and smooth, making the most of the Full HD Plus resolution. Plus, the compact size makes it super comfortable for one-handed use. Now, the S25 Ultra has a larger 6.9-inch flat AMOLED display with a higher Quad HD Plus resolution. The extra resolution gives you a sharper, more detailed image, which is especially noticeable when watching high-quality content or reading small text. The bigger display also makes it great for multitasking and immersive entertainment. So if you love a large screen experience, this is the better pick. Both phones reach a peak brightness of 2600 nits, meaning they're equally excellent for outdoor visibility. So whether you're using your phone in bright sunlight or just want a more vibrant screen indoors, both screens hold up incredibly well. At the end of the day, both displays look amazing. It really comes down to size preference, and if you want something compact and easy to handle, the S25 is perfect. But if you want a larger, sharper display for content consumption and multitasking, then of course the Ultra is the way to go. And now Samsung always delivers great cameras. Both the S25 and S25 Ultra are no exception. But there are some key differences depending on how serious you are about photography. The S25 has a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto with a 3x optical zoom. It's fast, reliable, and takes great photos in almost any situation, whether it's portraits, landscapes, or night shots. If you just want a solid camera that works well without too much effort, then the S25 is a great choice. The S25 Ultra, though, takes things to another level. It features a 200 megapixel main sensor for insane detail, plus dual telephoto lenses with 3x and 5x optical zoom. And yes, the 100x space zoom is still here. If you love capturing distant subjects or want flexibility in your shots, the Ultra is a powerhouse. Both phones handle low light photography well, but the Ultra's larger sensor and processing typically pull in more detail and better dynamic range. When it comes to video, both phones shoot up to 8K 30 frames per second, so you're getting super high resolution footage no matter which one you pick. They also support log video recording, which lets you capture footage with a flat color profile, preserving more detail in shadows and highlights. This is great for creators who want to fine-tune their footage in post-production. But if you don't want to mess with color grading, Samsung's one-touch color correction makes it easy to get a balanced professional look with just a tap. Another feature that's really useful is audio eraser, again available on both the S25 and S25 Ultra. Let's say you're recording a video in a noisy cafe or on a busy street. Instead of dealing with distracting background sounds, audio eraser helps remove unwanted noise, keeping your voice or the main subject clear and crisp. It's a subtle but super handy tool, especially if you shoot a lot of content in unpredictable environments.
So I'm going to test out the audio eraser here in a little cafe. It seems pretty loud, so hopefully you can hear me talking. So I'm going to test out the audio eraser here in a little cafe. It seems pretty loud, so hopefully you can hear me talking.
So here's the bottom line. If you need a great all-around camera, the S25 is more than enough for most people. But if you want the pro-level zoom, higher resolution, and more advanced video features, the Ultra is the way to go. Now, both the S25 and S25 Ultra are powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, so performance is nearly identical in day-to-day use. Apps open fast, multitasking is smooth, and gaming performance is top tier. Whether you're scrolling through social media or pushing your phone with demanding apps, both devices handle it with ease. And if you're into gaming, both phones support high refresh rate gameplay, keeping things buttery smooth. The Ultra's larger screen gives it a slight edge for immersion, but in terms of raw performance, you're getting the same power out of both of these phones. Now, when it comes to battery life, both phones perform well, but of course the Ultra does have an edge. The S25 has a 4,000 mAh battery, while the Ultra packs a 5,000 mAh battery, which means it lasts longer, especially if you're using it heavily for gaming, video recording, or multitasking. Battery life depends on how you use your phone, but so far I've been getting a solid battery performance on both devices. Both support fast charging, but the Ultra charges faster with a 45-watt wired charging compared to 25 watts on the S25. And for wireless charging, the Ultra supports 25 watts while the S25 maxes out at 15 watts. So if you want quicker top-ups, the Ultra definitely has the advantage. Now let's talk storage, because this is something that might be a big deal depending on how you use your phone. First off, both phones come with 12 gigs of RAM, so performance is smooth across the board. But the storage options differ. The S25 comes with 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage. That's fine for everyday users who mostly stream content, use cloud backups, and take casual photos and videos. But of course, there's no micro SD card slot, so once you pick your storage option, you're locked in. Now, the S25 Ultra starts at 256 and offers options up to 1 terabyte. This extra storage matters, especially if you plan on shooting a lot of 8K video, which can take up a lot of space. For content creators, vloggers, or anyone who prefers local storage over cloud solutions, the Ultra's higher storage options are a huge advantage. For example, if you're shooting a lot of 8K video, 256 can fill up surprisingly fast, especially when you factor in high-res photos, apps, and downloads. So if storage is a priority, the Ultra's 512 or 1 terabyte options make a big difference. So when it comes to performance, both of these are equally fast. But if you want a larger battery, faster charging, and more storage flexibility, then the Ultra pulls ahead. But if you don't shoot a ton of videos or store a lot of local files, the S25 gives you flagship level performance at a lower price. And of course, we can't forget one of the biggest differences between the S25 Ultra and the S25 is the S Pen. If you've ever used a Galaxy Note, then you already know how useful this can be. It's great for taking quick notes, signing documents, or making precise edits in photos or videos. That said, I'll be honest, it's not something I use every day. It's one of those features that's really nice to have when you need it, but if you're not a heavy note taker or artist, you might not reach for it often. When you do use it though, I think it's super convenient. Whether it's jotting down a grocery list, making annotations, or just navigating through the UI, It adds a level of precision that your fingers just can't match. Now, something to keep in mind, this year Samsung removed the Bluetooth functionality from the S Pen. So that means no air gestures and no remote camera shutter. None of that. Personally, I didn't use that much, so I don't really miss them. But if you relied on those features in the past models, that's definitely something to be aware of. So at the end of the day, it comes down to how you use your phone. If you just want a straightforward flagship experience, the S25 has all the essentials without the extras. But if you love productivity tools, the S25 Ultra has some added perks. Whether or not you use them every day, they're nice to have in your back pocket. Literally. Both phones are packed with great features. It's just about deciding which one matters to you most. All right, now let's talk about the big question, which phone is right for you? So we've covered design, cameras, performance, and features. So let's break it down one last time. At $799, the Galaxy S25 is the most affordable option in Samsung's flagship lineup. It's compact, powerful, and delivers an excellent everyday experience. So if you want a reliable phone with top-tier performance, great cameras, comfortable design that doesn't take up too much space, this is a fantastic option. Now, if you want the best of the best, the Galaxy S25 Ultra at $1299 is built for power users. You get the 1200 megapixel camera, 5x periscope zoom, S Pen support, a larger display for better productivity and entertainment. Plus, with Corning's Gorilla Armor 2 glass and titanium frame, it's one of the most durable Samsung flagships yet. But if you like the idea of the S25 but wish you had a bigger screen and battery, the S25 Plus at $999 is another option. While I don't have it here, it's worth considering if you want that middle ground without going full ultra. So it really comes down to what you're looking for. If you want simplicity, portability, and great value, the S25 is an easy pick. But if you want the biggest screen, best cameras, and all premium features, then the S25 Ultra is the way to go. For me, the S25 Ultra is my go-to because of its versatility and extra features. But honestly, if I wasn't creating content or pushing my phone to the limit, I'd be more than happy with the S25. It's that good. So what's your pick? S25 or S25 Ultra? I'd love to hear what you think, so let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe for more tech-related content. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.